What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, and back for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Alright, so it's official. Pan is definitely coming tonight. She'll be here at 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the banner, and here's the pivotal question that everybody wants to know. Should you summon? Should you spend your Dragon Stones on this banner here? Are the units on this banner worth your prized, coveted Dragon Stones? The answer to that might be a little different than you'd think. But me, alright, I'm going to break down my opinion on why I think it is worth your Dragon Stones. Okay? I'm going to break it down and I'm going to go over why. My first reason in why this banner is worth your Dragon Stones is, well, there's two new units. One of the best units in the game, if not the best TUR, 200% lead TUR in the game, is on this banner, as of this point in time, barring it might change. A ridiculously good Trunks Teen is on this banner, and 3 units that just got a major buff from the 7th anniversary with the GT Heroes themed celebration kind of thing got a buff, especially with this one being on a 200% lead now, and this one as well. And this one being just normal 170. But he does have Vegeta's family as a 200% lead. So here's a bunch of units that fit on 200% lead teams. So let's just jump into the brand new unit, and we'll cover why I think she is worth it. Alright, so I went over this a little bit the other day. She is a Bond of Friendship or Dragon Ball Seekers category Key 3 170 with 30% additional to GT Heroes. So you guys can all see what her attacks have done. I've gone over what her attacks do already, so I'm not going to go too into detail on her super attacks. The reason why I think she is ridiculously good and worth your Dragon Stones is, for one, it's a 200% leader for Dragon Ball Seekers and Bond of Friendship, plus the GT Heroes, but she's a really good leader for both of those categories. 2, she's attacking defense of 150%, plus an additional attack and defense of 50% when attacking, and she reduces damage received by 50% before attacking. So, with that being said, if she is your slot 1 unit, which you could theoretically run her as, she could be your slot 1 unit on her own team and have a built-in 50% damage reduction before even attacking. Okay? So right there, that's ridiculous. That's your slot 1 unit on this team. You could use her as the slot 1 unit. Okay? Plus, she gains an additional attack of 50% and Key 2 as the #1 attacker in a turn. So once she attacks, after getting that 50% damage reduction, she gets an additional 50% attack on top of the attack she has. Okay? Plus, she gets an additional attack and defense of 20% up to 100% with each attack performed. So every turn that she comes back out, she has that 50% damage reduction. And if you keep her in slot 1, she'll get that additional Key 2 and 50% to attack as the first attacker. And that's after you let her attack 5 additional times and get the additional 100% on top of this 200% right here. So that's 350% to attack and 300% to defense with a 50% damage reduction as a slot 1 unit after she has attacked. Well, the damage reduction's prior, but after she attacks, her defense should be relatively high. Okay? She does not stack defense. That is the one issue she does have. But she greatly raises attack, which is 50%, and she normally raises attack, which is 30%. So, with that being said, her attack will go through the roof really, really quickly. And she has a really low attack stat, though, but a really high defense stat. With that being said, her damage is going to skyrocket really, really quick because of how fast she stacks. And her link skills are just really good, surprisingly. She's got All in the Family, which is a 20% defensive link skill, which there are a lot of units that you could run on her teams that'll fit that. You got Saiyan Lineage, which is another attack and defense link skill, but another 5% to defense. So right there's 25% defense. Battlefield Diva, you probably won't see that one much. GT, which is another 10%. So right there's 15% to attack and 35% to defense. The Innocence you probably won't see, but you could theoretically get that additional 15, but I'm not going to count that. So like I said, there's 15% to attack and 35% to defense. Kamehameha, so 25% to attack, 35% to defense. And then an additional 20% to attack. So it's 45% to attack, 35% to defense with her most usable link skills. And that is on top of everything she has going for her here on a 200% team. She's also got a high chance of stunning on every attack except for one, which has a great chance of stunning. So you have either a 50% chance to stun, which is a flip of a coin, for 2 turns, or a 70% chance to stun. What else do you need to know about this unit? She's going to be really good for SBR, for events that allow you to stun. Granted, on Dokkan, like Dokkan events, you won't really be able to use her stun. But her attack stat will be through the roof, and she's just going to be a total monster. She'll fit really well on Hybrid Saiyans, her own team, Goku's family, Youth, which, as we now know, on JP, they just got a really good Youth category lead in the new Goku, Path to Power Goku, which I'm not even going to go over in this because you're not going to be able to use her on that team on Global. She has the Kamehameha team she fits on, Space Traveling Warriors, GT Heroes, Bond of Friendship, and Bond of Parent and Child. So right there, she is just insanely good. I'm hoping to get her fast so I can make content ASAP. Alright, then you have the Trunks, which is the best support unit for her next to the Giru, which is the free-to-play version. Which actually he'll fit really well on her team, so that's another really good unit. This man, I've gone over him before. He's attacking defense 120. GT Heroes gets Key 1, attacking defense 20%, Bond of Friendship, and Dragon Ball Seeker, so her whole team gets a buff from him. So she would get this 20% buff from him. Plus, he gives himself 120, him and Giru, another 120% with 3 or more key spheres obtained, plus an additional 120 with 5 or more key spheres obtained, plus an additional key 2 and attacking defense of 10%, plus a 10% chance of crit with 7 or more key spheres obtained. So if you can make sure when he changes these to in, you give 7 to him, and he's linked up with the Pan, or on the same rotation as the Pan in the final slot, he's going to be giving his allies 3 key, 30% to stats, and 10% chance to crit. And his links are kind of terrible in Speedy Retribution. You might get Brainiacs activated. Cold Judgment's really good. Solid Support's not a bad one, especially if you're using it like an SBR kind of situation where he's going to lower enemies' defense by 20%. You've got Courage, which is, again, pretty decent, but you won't see it much. But Fierce Battle everybody has. And his stats are really good across the board. He's going to have that built-in dodge because of his being an int type, so he's fantastic in that sense. So if you only get 1 copy, he's still going to be able to dodge for you and then support the rest of the team. And his stats should be pretty solid, with him getting 360% to stats alone, not counting if you can get Cold Judgment, Brainiacs, Solid Support, and GT all linked up and maxed out along with Fierce Battle. So right there, he's another main option, the reason you'd want to get him, and he's a Bond of Friendship 130 leader, which is kind of good for those of you that don't have a Bond of Friendship lead. Then right here, Ginyu, I don't even need to go into why this man is ridiculous. He is probably the best defensive unit in the game that's a 200% leader, and he has a really good team built around him. I mean, like, just look at the team he has. Terrifying Conquerors and Space Traveling Warriors. Really, really good. Planet Namek Saga. Space Traveling Warriors. Really, really good. So his team is just built really, really well. He stacks his defense infinitely, so you could stack him up 4, 5, 6 times. Mine's 55%. Mine is right here. And mine is a monster. He has that medium chance of becoming an additional super attack, so he can do 2 to 3 super attacks a turn, stacking his defense 3 times. He gets stronger per Ginyu Force category ally on the team, and he supports Ginyu Force category allies. And then once he transforms into Ginyu Goku, he starts to stack attack. So you could theoretically, in a longer event, build up his defense to a place where you feel comfortable, transform him, recover your HP, and then just start building up that attack. He has a high chance of performing a critical hit and dodging, with each attack formed up to 50%. So he has 200% stats, plus an additional 50 when performing a super attack, so 250% to attack, 200 to defense, plus an additional attack and defense of 10%, so that's 300 to attack, 250 to defense, plus 50% chance to dodge, and a 50% chance to crit. And he has a 50% chance of forcing an enemy's super attack when you have a Jace on the team. So if you're running 2 of these guys, both of them transformed, the 2 summonable Ginyu Force units, the Tech LR Ginyu, the Fizz LR Ginyu, and then whatever other unit you want to run on the Ginyu Force on that team, This team is ridiculously strong. And he's a 200% leader. Alright, we have the Trunks, who fits... Oh, mind you, hang on, let me go back and go. He fits on all of these teams as well. Dragon Ball Seekers gets a buff now, too, from him, so that's just cool. He fits Trunks. He fits on Entrusted Will, Android / Cell Saga. Really good unit. He stacks defense for 1 turn. He launches additional attacks. This form, he's really good. But the reason I like him so much is when he transforms, he greatly raises attack and defense. He has a great chance to perform a critical hit, so he's literally guaranteed a crit. Almost 70%. There's that still 30% trial chance of error. And he actually performs a critical hit once only for when performing a super attack, so he's guaranteed a crit the first time he comes out. Plus an additional attack and defense if the enemy's defense is down or attack is down. Plus an additional if the enemy is stunned or is sealed. And a high chance, which is 50% chance to stun Android / Cell Saga enemies. His link skills are Super Saiyan, Cold Judgment, 2 really good link skills. Messenger from the Future's alright. Royal Lineage, Saiyan Lineage, and Fierce Battle and Shocking Speed. All really good link skills. But the key to this unit, to me, is the categories he fits on. The teams you could put him on, that you could run pretty well with. Hybrid Saiyans, Future Saga, Time Travelers, which the ESPR is now dropping along with this banner that's coming out with this campaign that's starting tonight. Vegeta's Family, Android / Cell, Bond of Master and Disciple, Saviors, Battle of Wits, Super Saiyans, Transformation Boost, and Entrusted Will. Right there. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 categories you could fit this unit into, and he'll fit pretty well. I mean, that explains itself. This man, I just went over him a bunch because he was on the previous banners in the 7th anniversary, so I'm not going to delve into him or the next 2 as much. But this guy's a monster. He fits on that new 200% team. And one thing I do need to point out that is very, very... Hopefully, is going to be very obvious. With the Heroes event coming, the Super Dragon Ball Heroes, coming sometime in November, and it's supposedly being based around the Super Saiyan 4 Vegito Limit Breaker and the Gohan and the Bardock getting possible awakenings. I'll bring those 2 units up right now. That Vegeta, or that Gogeta right there, this man, and where is he? This man. This guy possibly getting an awakening. He gets stronger when there's Giant 8 power category allies on the team. Damage reduction, okay? So right there. And he's going to get some sort of buff when he gets his awakening. He's going to get some sort of buff as well. Attacks effective against all type when HP is 80% or more. Guarantees a critical hit when HP is 90% or more. But he gets this additional 40% when there are 4 more crossover category allies, okay? So you could theoretically run him, the new Vegito that's possibly coming, which we don't, it's not officially confirmed yet, but he's possibly coming. This man, so that's 1, 2, you're going to run him if he gets a solid awakening. 3, right there, 3 Giant 8 power. 4 in the new Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, so right there fits his passive, fully activated. It'll fit his passive, because then you could also run this man on that spot and fit just fine. And dependent on how they dictate the leader skill of that Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, if they give it a Giant 8 power plus 30% to crossover or something, or however they want to do it, these 2 could fit in pretty well as the 7th year LRs. The Super Saiyan 4s at least. So you've got options, and like with this man being here and having that huge possibility within the next month to become even stronger on a team and have possible units that will make him stronger around him, I see no reason not to summon. And then you got the GT Goku, who's just really good in himself. I've gone over him multiple times. I'm not going to break him down again. There's the Vegeta as well, who's really good, but I really don't have much more to say. These 2 are like the outliers that I'm not too super excited about because they've been around over a year now. But he just, I mean, so is he, but I deem him better than them too in my eyes. But they're nukers. But that's just me. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. See you guys then. And you should summon, if you have the stones. See you guys then.